Imagine the universe as a vast, intricately woven tapestry, where every thread, whether it be energy, consciousness, or matter, plays a vital role in creating and sustaining the grand design. This cosmic fabric is held together by triads, sets of three fundamental forces or principles that work in harmony to maintain balance. But what ensures that these elements, each with its own distinct nature, remain in equilibrium? Here, we introduce the concept of morphic fields, the free energy principle, and the logos as self-organizing patterns as keys to understanding this delicate balance. This triadic model of panpsychism provides a scientifically grounded and holistic framework that integrates these concepts to explain how energy, structure, and consciousness interact to sustain the universe. At the heart of our model is the foundational triad of light, logos, and spirit, each representing a fundamental aspect of reality. Light symbolizes the raw, divine energy, the pure potential that underlies all existence. Logos represents the divine order, the logical patterns and principles by which this potential is organized into coherent forms, imposing structure and order upon the universe. Spirit, then, is the divine consciousness, the awareness that animates these forms, making the universe a living, self-reflective entity rather than a mere mechanical system. These three elements, light, logos, and spirit, form the foundational triad, the basic structure from which everything else emerges. But what guides and sustains the harmonious interaction of these elements? This is where the concepts of morphic fields, the free energy principle, and the self-organizing patterns of the logos come into play. Morphic fields, introduced by biologist Rupert Sheldrake, propose that the patterns and behaviors we observe in nature are not random, but are guided by non-physical informational forces that influence development across time and space. These fields act as the unseen architects of the universe, ensuring that the elements within any physical or metaphysical triad interact in a balanced and harmonious manner. Morphic fields provide the underlying blueprints that shape the universe's structure, guiding the evolution of life and consciousness in a way that transcends mere physical causality. For instance, in the foundational triad, morphic fields guide the transformation of light, divine energy, into logos, divine order, ensuring that potential energy is not chaotic but structured according to universal patterns. Similarly, these fields facilitate the interaction of spirit, divine consciousness, with the organized universe, ensuring that consciousness is an integral part of this process, making the universe both ordered and self-aware. The logos, as the second element of the triad, represents not just divine order, but the very patterns and logic by which elements self-organize into coherent systems. In this model, the logos is the set of principles or logical structures that dictate how energy, or light, is organized into complex, stable forms. These patterns are not arbitrary. They are the fundamental rules governing the behavior and interaction of elements, whether they be subatomic particles, biological organisms, or entire galaxies. In practical terms, these self-organizing patterns of the logos can be understood as the natural laws and principles that guide the formation of complex systems. For example, in physics, these might include the laws of thermodynamics, while in biology, they might involve principles of genetic inheritance and cellular organization. In our model, these patterns are not just descriptions of what happens, they are the active forces that shape and structure reality, turning raw potential of light into ordered existence. By understanding the logos as these self-organizing patterns, we move from abstract metaphysical speculation to a concrete, testable model. The patterns of the logos can be observed, studied, and even predicted, providing a scientific foundation for our triadic model. This makes our approach not just a philosophical idea, but a framework that can be explored and validated through empirical research. While morphic fields provide the blueprint and the logos establishes the rules of self-organization, the free energy principle, proposed by neuroscientist Carl Friston, offers a powerful explanation for the motivation behind the elements' interactions. According to this principle, all living systems are driven by a fundamental urge to minimize unpredictability, free energy, and chaos. In the context of spirit, this principle reflects the drive to achieve a state of balance, where the universe's complex interactions are guided by a deep-seated need to reduce uncertainty and maintain order. This principle complements the role of morphic fields and the logos by explaining why light, logos, and spirit strive to maintain balance within their triadic relationship. The drive to minimize free energy motivates the elements to align with the patterns and structures defined by the logos, ensuring that the universe remains coherent, stable, and dynamic. Thus, the free energy principle acts as the force that propels the universe toward equilibrium, where energy, structure, and consciousness are in constant dialogue. The triadic model of panpsychism extends beyond the foundational triad to encompass various levels of reality, each governed by the interplay of morphic fields and the free energy principle. Let's explore how these principles apply across different triads, each representing a fundamental aspect of the universe's structure. In the creative triad, we see creation light, structure logos, and consciousness spirit interacting to bring new forms into existence, organize them into meaningful patterns, and imbue them with reflective awareness. Morphic fields guide the creative flow of energy into stable structures, ensuring that the raw creative potential is not expressed randomly, but is organized into coherent, stable forms. The free energy principle drives consciousness to reduce uncertainty by aligning with these patterns, ensuring that creation is purposeful and meaningful. The cosmic triad illustrates the unity of the universe, where the macrocosm, God as the whole, the microcosm, God in the particular, and interconnection, God as unity, reflect the interconnectedness of all things. Morphic fields play a crucial role in maintaining the coherence of the universe by linking the macrocosm and microcosm, ensuring that every part of the universe, no matter how small, is related to the whole. The free energy principle motivates this interconnectedness, driving the universe to maintain coherence and reduce the chaos that could arise from disconnection. This harmonious balance ensures that all levels of existence reflect and influence each other, maintaining the unity of the cosmos. In the evolutionary triad, potential light, actualization logos, and reflection spirit offer insight into how the universe evolves. Morphic fields guide the actualization of potential into structured reality, acting as blueprints that shape how genetic potential manifests in physical form. These fields ensure that the evolutionary process is not random, but follows certain patterns and laws. The free energy principle drives reflection and consciousness to emerge, seeking to minimize unpredictability by understanding and aligning with these patterns. Evolution, then, is guided by both informational structures and a drive toward balance and order, where life and consciousness are intricately woven into the fabric of the cosmos. Finally, the reflective triad of simplicity light, complexity logos, and self-realization spirit represents the culmination of the universe's evolutionary journey. Morphic fields guide the transformation from simplicity to complexity, ensuring that complexity emerges in a balanced and coherent manner. The free energy principle drives life to evolve from simple forms to self-aware consciousness, constantly seeking to reduce uncertainty and chaos. Self-realization in this context is not just a byproduct of complexity, but an inherent potential within the universe, one that emerges as life aligns with the deeper patterns that shape its evolution. Critics, particularly from materialistic perspectives like those of Richard Dawkins, might argue that the introduction of morphic fields and the free energy principle complicates the naturalistic explanation of the universe, viewing them as unnecessary metaphysical additions. However, this triadic model can be seen as a natural extension of scientific inquiry, much like the acceptance of gravitational or electromagnetic fields, non-physical forces that are scientifically recognized. Morphic fields, rather than contradicting natural laws, offer a way to understand how complex, organized systems maintain coherence across time and space. They provide a scientifically plausible mechanism for the deep interconnections observed in the universe, which evolution alone might not fully explain. Similarly, the free energy principle aligns with scientific principles by explaining the inherent drive toward balance and order, a concept that resonates with observed phenomena in both biological and physical systems. By integrating these concepts, the triadic model offers a comprehensive explanation for how the universe remains balanced, with energy, structure, and consciousness intertwined in a dynamic equilibrium. This approach not only addresses potential criticisms from materialistic perspectives, but also enriches our understanding of the complex interplay between matter, energy, and consciousness in the evolving cosmos. In this panpsychist perspective, morphic fields and the free energy principle act as the non-physical forces that ensure balance within the triads of light, logos, and spirit. Together, they maintain the coherence and order of the universe, guiding the evolution of life and consciousness in a way that is both natural and deeply interconnected. By integrating these concepts, we provide a scientifically grounded explanation for how the elements of each triad interact and balance each other, offering a comprehensive model that aligns with both scientific inquiry and a broader understanding of the universe. This triadic model of panpsychism presents a unified vision of the universe where energy, structure, and consciousness are in constant dialogue, guided by deep, non-physical structures and driven by the fundamental urge to reduce unpredictability and maintain balance. It shows how the universe, from the smallest particles to the grandest cosmic scales, continually seeks equilibrium, a balance that is reflected in every aspect of reality, enriching our understanding of the complex, interconnected web of existence.